Hello. Hello, my friends. Welcome. Let's see who is here today. I see Fancy Pants and I see Janet. Good to see you. Welcome. It's such a beautiful, warm day. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. You have no idea. My body can use the warmth. Let me just tell you. We're just going to wait a couple of minutes before we get started, and then I'll talk about a quick project that I have lined up for you guys. Something for Mother's Day, last minute, if you need to do something. I'm always about last minute. Always about last minute, I feel like. All right, we'll just wait a couple more minutes and see who else is there. If you guys are watching, please say hello so I know who's out there with me. Hi, Mavis. Oh, Mavis and Linda, you guys must be together. Nice. Good to see you guys. All right, so today, my friends, we are going to do a cute and quick Mother's Day project. This was inspired by, you know, those, it's like a collegiate, I don't know how you even say it, but those alphabets that say like mom or dad or, let me show it to you real quick. Let me move this stuff out of the way. I have stuff to show you guys, other samples of other stuff, but in the interim, this is what we're gonna do today. So this might be too big for something, but I just did it just so you guys could see it. I'll turn it over on the other camera in just a minute here. Hi, Norma, welcome. So this here is, oops, what happened to my Facebook? There we go. Here it is right here, and it is Applique. So this is taking a built-in font from the machine. So I've had people ask me, how can I take built-in fonts from the machine, make appliques out of them? So this is what I did here, but I added also a fill. Now, unfortunately, you guys can't see the fill because it is a very delicate fill. It's super cute, but it's very delicate. You can't see it. But I can see it from here, and it adds just a little bit of something. So that's what that is about. We've got a little fill going on in here, and we did the satin stitch on top of that. And then, of course, I had to write rules, right? Mom's rule, period. I don't care what anybody says, mom's rule. So I had to just kind of add that in there at the bottom. So that's our quick project for today. And that's what I'm going to show you. Anybody have any questions or anything I can answer before we get started? Okay. Once we're done with the project, then I'll take a couple minutes to talk to you about a couple other things that are happening here as far as classes goes. But we'll start the project first, and then I'll come back to talking to you about our class stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get started.
Hello, my friends. I'm joining late.
Lynn's joining late.
Did you say hi to everybody?
I did.
All right.
I did. So we're going to go ahead and get going here.
Yeah, isn't that project cute? So you don't need to see my phone.
All right.
Sorry about that.
All right, so here we go. Making sure that you guys can see it here.
I can see.
Oops, hang on. I think you touched the
Oh, I
mouse.
did touch the mouse. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll just grab my phone.
Hey,
so
Janet.
I can see.
It was a busy day today here at the store. We love it. We had a class. It was fun. It was very fun.
All right, gotta grab my mouse. Can't do anything without a
It's
mouse.
always fun to have people at the in-person classes.
Oh yeah, it was a great class.
Yep.
Super cool. Okay, my friends, we're going to start right here on the embroidery side. I'm going to start here, and you actually can use a built-in font, but I'm going to use a monogram. because the monogram that I like, or the letter that I like, is this third one. It looks more like a collegiate, college type font that you'd see on sweatshirts, things like that. And that was my inspiration.
Yeah, that's what this reminded me of.
It did, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I saw that someplace, and I thought, you know, how cool would that be? So this is where I headed. So I went to this font right here, and I'm going to go ahead and select the letter M, and then set it on my screen. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to size it. So I'm going to click on Edit. Let's see, do I need to zoom in here so you guys can, there you go. Okay. Edit, and then I'm going to size. Now you have two sizing options here. If you just use this one here, which is your default, you are going to do a resizing, meaning it'll go up or down 20%. If you do this one here, it's going to actually recalculate your stitches, so you can go down quite a bit. You can go down to 60% up to 200%. And the beauty of that is it adds stitches or takes away stitches. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a recalculation, and then whenever we do the recalculation, you get a pop-up message saying, is it okay to reset the pattern? And you just tell the machine, yeah, of course it is. You do you. Go ahead, reset it for me. And it just kind of puts it back in the center position. If you rotated it first, it would put it back in this vertical position. Hi, Pam. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just resize it.
So when you resize it now, it's because you have that selected, it's recalculating the
Correct.
stitches.
It's recalculating my stitch count. So I went ahead and resized it, and now I'm going to rotate it. So I need to click on OK, and then rotate it 90 degrees, and I'll just move it towards the top someplace. Okay? And then what I'm going to do, since Mom is easy, there's two M's, there's no point bringing another one, just duplicate that one, right? Just duplicate it, and then whoops. Oh, what happened there? Look at me.
It went crazy.
Sticky fingers. There we go. Move it down. Okay? And now we're going to go ahead, and we do have to go back out and grab the O. So we'll go back and click on the word Add, and we're going to go back to that same font, the same, this third tab over, and grab our O. All right. Humongous O. So let's go ahead and size it. I kind of made a note of what the height of this one was just in my head as I was sizing it, so that way I'll go ahead and do the same thing for this one. So it's kind of, they're all the same size. It doesn't have to be, you know, you can change it and do whatever you need to do, but, or you can make the O bigger, but I'm going to do it the same. And then I will rotate it. Okay, so I've got the three letters M-O-M. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them close together. Now when I did it the first time, I put them, you know, just somewhat like I could read it. Then I realized that when I'm doing a satin stitch on the letter M and a satin stitch on the letter O, guess what? Too close. So you want to make sure that you do have a bit of space between the letters. Okay? You want to make sure you do have a bit of space between the letters. Just enough for that satin stitch. Alright, so once I've gone ahead and I've put them apart, now I want to align them. So let's say, I mean, this looks pretty
pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, but let's just say I'm going to kind of exaggerate let me just bring my M down just a little bit, just so I can show you. What you can do is you can go ahead and do an alignment here on the machine. And to do that, right now you can see just the letter M is selected. I need all three of them to be selected. So I'm going to go down here to the multiple select, and then select all. And you know they're selected because there's that red box behind it. So once they're selected, I'll just say okay to close out of that dialog box, and now you can see I can go ahead and align them. This reminds me of you, Lynn, and the Scan-A-Cut.
I know.
You love the alignment.
So cool.
I know you love that tool. I never use it on the Scan-A-Cut, but here we are. Look at this.
I even forgot that the machine had that capability.
Can I tell you? I totally forgot it did. I totally forgot it did. So here's that vertical alignment, and you can see it nudge the M this way back, and then this one kind of came forward a little bit. Isn't that cool? But you can see you have all your alignment options right there. Okay, so once they're aligned, now what we want to do is we want to do an outline. Now, let me show you one more thing I want to let me go ahead and deselect that for just a second here, because this happened to me earlier and I thought, wait a minute. So let's say whatever letter is selected, so the O came in last. So I'm going to make sure that, let's say the O is selected. But I want to do an outline of all three of them. But if I click on the outline, guess what? Just the O gets outlined. So by the same way I did the alignment, same thing. You go to multiple select, select all, close the dialog box, and now when you click on outline, guess what? The whole thing is outlined. Is that cool?
Very cool.
Now, if you have the Radiance, Avenir, Solaris, Luminaire, you have this cool feature called Inside. You can see right here, the inside of this letter O is not selected. So if I were to do this right now, this would not stitch out here. Like it would just be one piece. We don't want that. Okay? So we want to go ahead and click on the inside. We want to turn it on and put a little box in the inside of it as well. So it's going to cut that out for us. All right? If you have the Destiny, unfortunately you don't have that option, or the Stellar, you don't have that option. But for these machines you can do that. And then what you want to do is just save it to the memory. Now when you save it to the memory, it'll tell you where to recall this from. And you're going to recall it from either My Design Center if you're on a Brother, or IQ Designer if you're on a Baby Lock. Okay? And then you just say, okay, you know where to find it. And now we're done with this. We used the letters, we got the letters, we made a stamp of them, and now we're just going to go home. Okay? So now that we have it on our machine, let's go ahead and bring in that MOM again. So we're going to go over to either IQ Designer or My Design Center. And now we're going to go ahead and go to our Shapes icon. Because where we click on the Shapes icon, use that same outline flower. And that's where you're going to bring...
You have to move it up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Perfect.
So you're going to click on this little flower icon here at the top. And you'll see I've been playing a lot. I was just trying different fonts and things like that. But what you can see is there are 20 on the screen. Okay? Now, there's no delete button. So the 21st button, so let's say I do Dad in a couple of weeks, right? Dad will come in the 21st position, or this position here, and this 20th, this star will drop off.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so that's how that works. You can't delete on here. Okay. Having said all that, the last design that you brought in will be in the first position. Okay, so you just click on the one that's in the very first position, and then you say okay. So there it is right here. And now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and clean the artwork a little bit. So I don't know, I think there is a little bit on this one. When I was playing around with it earlier, I could see when I zoomed in, yeah, see there's a little bit of a little pixel. Yeah, just like a little extra something down here. Do you guys see that? So I'm just going to click on the eraser icon. I'm not going to worry about sizing or anything. Just go ahead and come in here and just delete this. And then I think it's going to be on the same, yep, it's down here as well. And then just delete that. And I think that's the only thing we have to clean up on this. So there is our 3 letters. We've cleaned it up. Now we're going to go ahead and save it.
Said hi to Marty.
Oh, hi Marty. And I'm going to go ahead and save it to my, oh my God, not enough data.
Oh no.
There is never enough data on my machine.
So she'll just save it to a stick.
Let me get a stick going here.
No problem.
But I just cleaned it, I thought. Maybe I didn't clean it. Okay, saving it to a stick.
Yeah, well, you've probably been doing a lot.
I have. Okay, so I saved it to a stick. And now what I'm going to do is make this a double run. I want a placement line. So I'm going to go over to Line Property icon, double run, red, and OK. And then I'll click on the bucket or the cup icon, and I'm going to touch each of the letters. Notice what happens when I touch the O. I don't know if you guys can see that, but just the outside of the O turned red, but not this inside. So I do have to touch the inside as well. And then the letter M. Now remember I was saying that if you have the Destiny, you don't have this little cutout here, but you can see this is a rectangle. So you can actually go to your shapes and grab a rectangle and put it in there.
Make it work.
And make it work, right?
Yeah.
Some are a little bit easier than others. Some shapes like the letter D,
Yeah,
a
that'd
little
be
bit
hard.
trickier, but you can do it. You can do it. Okay, so I made them a double run, and I'm going to go ahead and just send it over to the embroidery set. So I'm just going to click on Next, Set, and then OK. So here it is on my screen. Now what I like to do is, because I'm doing an applique, I need to make sure everything is centered so that the stitches lay right on top of each other. So I am going to go to Edit, Size, and Center dot that. So make it right in the center of the screen. Now what I'll do is, that's my placement line, so I know where to put my applique fabric. Now I want to do a tack down line, so I'm just going to go and click on Duplicate, which is right here. Again, I need to center that, so Size and Center little dot, and I'll say OK. I want to change the color of that tack down line, so I'll click on the Colors icon, and you'll see that there's 2 spools of red. I'm going to click on the second spool and change it to a green and say OK. So if I close this out right here, you can see I've got 2 colors here, placement and tack down. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a fill on this. Even though you can't see it, let me see if I can show it to you in a different camera. Let me just try that. 1 second. So this camera here, I may be able to get a little bit close up so you guys can kind of see. Okay, I'm going to zoom in.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Can you guys see the stitches?
Oh, that's cute.
See? So it looks like it's like a little plaid in here.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cool?
That's really cute.
So that's what we're going to create next. I'm going to hand this over to you, Lynn. Thank you. Okay, so to do that, we're going to go ahead and click on the word Add. And we're going to go over to My Design Center, or IQ. And then we're going to go ahead and retrieve that mom from our machine's memory, or from the USB stick, I guess in my case. And we'll be in the B pocket folder, and it's going to always sit at the very end. So I'll go ahead and bring that in. So there it is. And now I'm going to make this a no-sew line. So I'm going to click on my line properties icon, click on no sew, and say OK. And I'm going to click on my little bucket icon, and then I'm going to touch each letter. And again, I need to touch that inside piece as well. Now, one way to double check that everything is a no sew is to click on the word next. If you don't go to the next page, you are golden. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and fill this in with stitches. So I'm now going over to my fill properties box. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit more. There we go.
I'm going to say hi to Carolyn real quick while you adjust the camera.
Sure, of course. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the fill properties icon and click on that decorative fill. I'm going to click on the word select, and you can see you've got a slew of fill patterns to choose from. And I'm going to go and grab one of their new ones, which is number 48. Last one on that list, that little
It's
plaid.
like argyle.
I know, isn't it cool? So I'm going to click on that. I'll change the color to blue, and then I'll say OK.
Did it change it?
Not yet.
Oh.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the bucket or the cup icon, and I'm going to fill inside.
Oh,
now we
see.
changed it.
But
See?
you have the flower, you have the square leaves, not the
Oh,
argyle. That's
Did
right.
did I not change it? Did I not click on that one? Maybe I looked at it and I didn't select it. What did I do?
Here we
What
go.
did I do?
Now you got it. There you go.
What did I do?
That's cute.
There you go.
Mom and argyle.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do, my friends, is I'm going to go ahead and click on the word next. And I am going to, if you take a look at the direction of this, it's going sideways.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. I want it to go up and down. So because there are 3 different letters, and that right now you see a red box around one letter, you need to go ahead and click on this link icon here. So that whatever you do will happen to all 3. So I'll click on the link icon, and here's your angle. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to change it to 90 degrees. And then I'm going to say okay. Cool, right? It's in the right direction. I'm going to go ahead and just click on the word set, which is at the bottom of the screen. Sorry, I have to keep adjusting my camera. Bottom of the screen. Set and okay. You can see it's off-centered, right? It's off-centered because remember what I need to do is I need to click on the edit and the size icon to center it. So edit, size, and that bullseye.
Yay.
And then I'll close out that dialog box. One more step, my friends, and that is it.
All right. Hey,
Click
Pam, thanks for your compliment.
Click on the word add, My Design Center or IQ, and then we're going to go back up to the memory pocket. And we wait because Selima's machine is stacked with stuff. So we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's scroll all the way. I don't even know what's on that stick. We won't talk about how many sticks I have. Okay, we're going to click on the line properties icon. Do you not have that many sticks, Lynn? You only have like a few?
I know, I got a lot too.
Oh, you do?
I don't know if I have as many as you though.
Oh. Oh my god, I just found another bag of sticks the other day. I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding? One day I'm gonna have a stick party and just kind of go over all my sticks.
Where's your sticks?
So I just changed the color. It defaulted to a satin stitch, and then I'm gonna click on this bucket or cup and then touch each part of the line, including the center piece.
Did you touch the centerpiece?
I did.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to see sometimes on the
It's
monitor.
hard to see.
And then I'm going to click on the word next, and then just like before, only one letter gets selected. We want the change to happen to all three. So I'm going to click on the link icon and then change that width.
And you're like a meteor.
I do. I love a wide satin stitch. First of all, it hides all the sins. It just looks nicer.
It does.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Now do you see the spacing?
Yes,
See?
perfect.
It turned out really good because we left enough spacing for that.
Looks like you left like quarter inch.
Yeah, yeah. Click on the word set and then okay. Again, we need to center it. So edit, size, centered up. All right, now I'm going to go click OK to close out of that dialog box. I do want to add rules here at the bottom, but I need to move my design over. And if I move it right now, only the satin stitch will move because it's on the very top. So once again, I'm going to click on that multiple select at the very bottom. Click on select all. And then I can go ahead and just drag it. The whole thing will move. Not cool?
Very cool.
And then click OK. Now I'm going to go in here and bring in another font. So click on the word add, and this time I'll go to the regular fonts. And I'll go ahead and pick, oh, it doesn't matter, let's see which font. So I picked, when I was doing it, I picked the one that was, I think this one, number 8. So let's just do the same.
Looks like that one.
Yeah. So here's capital R, lowercase, U-L-E-S. There's no spell check, so be careful. And then exclamation mark is up here. And that's it. And then I went and just went to edit and I rotated it. So I just kind of rotated it. And then I just dragged it down here. And then if you want to make it a little bit bigger, which I did, you can just click on the little icon to make it a little bit bigger and move it away. How cute is that, right? And that is it. Wouldn't this be fun on a sweatshirt?
Yes.
That's what I should wear for Mother's Day. Mom rules.
And I'll kind of remind them.
Right? Do not forget the Mom
Mother's Day.
rules. I know. Anybody have any questions? I'm not going to embroider it out because it takes, let me tell you how long it takes. It takes 43 minutes. So, yeah, and I'm going to sit in the front because I want to show them a couple of things here real quick as well.
We're going to trade seats and then Selima's going to switch cameras.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna stitch this out because you guys know how it stitches. It's an applique. So you know that when you do an applique, it'll do the placement lines and then it'll do the tack down, then you cut, and then it does the satin stitch. But that's the sample. It turned out really, really cute. I love this hearts fabric. I think it's just so
really
much
cute.
fun. Yeah.
We do have that in stock, by the
I
way.
do have this fabric in stock.
I know, isn't it cute, Fancy Pants? It's so cute.
So if you guys are looking to do something for your mom, or in my case, I mean, I could do it for my mom too, but in my case, I think I should put it on
I
myself.
don't think your mom would wear it.
No, but I think I need to wear so people remember.
Right? Yes.
What do you think, Lynn?
Yep.
I need to do it so people
Definitely.
remember. Right? Let me turn the light back on. Sorry, guys. Excuse my reach here. All right, so that is it. Super easy, super fun. I hope you guys liked it. I do also want to take, since I have you guys here, a couple of minutes just to talk about some upcoming classes. I am teaching a monthly club 5.0. I've already taught it, so for those of you who signed up for it, don't sign up again because you've already made the projects. They're so good. My gals are so good. Whenever I post something new,
Anything they sign up.
they just sign up. I love
love
them. I love them. But you guys have already done this one, so I'm doing a repeat because I've had people ask me. I've got a decent amount of people in class already, but you know what? I have room. So if you guys are looking to do a monthly club, it meets on the third Friday of the month. So it's so funny because next week is. Oh, maybe next week isn't the third. Hang on. Where's it? Can you check the dates? Is it next week, the third Friday?
Check.
Because next week is my other club.
It
Now that I'm
is.
how does it happen to be?
'Cause
Oh, it
the
happens
first
to
Friday
be.
was May 2nd.
Oh, it is. Okay, I thought so. Okay, so next week I happen to have 3 classes because I have the second Tuesday and Wednesday group meeting, and then I have the third Friday meeting. It all happens in the same week. How funny is that?
It's busy.
So it'll be a busy, fun week. So project number 1, I'm gonna teach you how to do floating stitches in the machine. This here is a technique on another brand of machine, another 2 brands of machine, and I kind of watched how it stitches out. We carry 5 brands here in the store, and then I was able to mimic it here on our machine. So project 1. Project 2, I can only grab 2 projects. I need to organize all my projects. They're all over. But project 2 is how to do couching with the yarn and as well as add the applique fabrics. Okay, so that's project 2. Oh, that was fun to learn. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It was a lot of fun.
That seems cool.
So this one here, this club is for 6 months. We meet once a month, third Friday. The classes are recorded, so if you can't make a live class, you can always watch the recording, and then you have access to the recording later. You get a PDF instruction, you get supply sheet, the whole thing.
I love to make my book
Oh,
covers.
I love making book covers. I know. Something about book covers. Something about notebooks. I'm just a notebook person. So anytime I can cover a book, it's just amazing. So that's that. And then of course I have to talk about my retreat. This retreat has been a lot of fun, you guys, but this is an advanced class. So for those of you who, I think I posted the other day, feel that you guys are comfortable with My Design Center or IQ, but really want to learn a new technique, and in particular using it with your scan and cut, this retreat is for you. I'm showing you how to take a pattern and how to cut out all the shapes on the scan and cut, easy, but how to do layered applique. That takes a little bit of work on the machine, a little bit of work, but it was so much fun to do. It is so much fun. I know, Pam, it'll be a lot of fun. You guys will love it. You love it. Hang on, is this May? No, so
It's a
long.
week
Okay.
from Tuesday.
So this was a lot of fun to do, and then we have. Sorry if I keep looking because my comments are on the other. I need to switch it out, or can you grab me my phone? That'll be easy. I'll just look at the comments on my phone.
So, can I answer Fancy Pants?
Yeah, of course.
So, Fancy Pants, the gnome sew out will actually be on the 20th.
20th, yeah.
Because the 13th is our Kimberbell Block of the Month club quote.
Okay, and then back to the retreat, and this is project number 2. This is taking a coloring page. So this bee was on a coloring page. I didn't.
They're so happy, Bee.
Oh, he's super happy. So on a coloring page, how do you take a coloring page and then do applique? There's 3 different yellow fabrics. It might be hard to see online, but there's 3 different color fabrics. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. 2 projects, but full of technique. Now I only have my limit is, I know it's virtual, so you might say, well, why is there a limit? Well, there is a limit because I like to keep things personal, and then I have already cut out kits. So I only have 4 spaces in one of them and 3 spaces in another. Ask me which one it is. I don't remember. I did post it. But you know what I've heard more compliments about is my booklet. So this booklet is 77 pages. Yeah, 77 pages of step-by-step instructions. You do get the book as well. So you get the fabric, the book, the class. It's a lot of fun, you guys. So if you guys are interested, somebody else asked me if I'm going to do it again later in the year. Probably not. I've done it twice already. I'll do 2 more, and then I'll stop that for a little bit, and maybe next year. But usually after I do 4, I move on to something else, because then something else is spinning in my head, and I got something else kind of stewing in the brain that I want to teach. So usually I teach it a few times and then I'm done. Thanks, Pam. So that's it. If you have any questions, just reach out to me, call me, email me. Be more than happy to help you out. Love to see you guys in the class. I love teaching, so it's a lot of fun. You guys are always there. It's so good to see you guys. I missed being on live. It's been a few weeks. We've had the retreats, right?
Yeah, the retreat 2 weeks in a row.
I had retreats 2 weeks in a row, so we couldn't go live. In fact, at the end of the month again, we'll be gone 2 weeks in a row, so we won't do lives again. But we'll let you know when.
The end of May?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have another 2 retreats back to back. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Anybody have any questions, or anybody doing something fun for Mother's Day?
Oh, yeah.
What are you guys gonna do? What are you guys gonna do? Oh, look at that, on cue, and then Pam writes some Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
I'm gonna just hang out. We're gonna I'm not cooking. I am going to, my parents are gonna come over. We're just gonna grab some food from someplace, and we're just gonna hang out, have lunch, and hang out in the backyard for a little bit. I need to soak up some sun. I need to soak up some sun. Here. Yeah, it's going to be a warm weekend, and it cools off again, so I'm going to make the most of it. So today, tomorrow, and Sunday, I'm making the most of just kind of being outdoors a little bit, and then it'll cool down again. So, yeah, what are you doing? Did your sister?
Yeah, I'm having my sister and my nephew over.
Okay.
That's going to be super duper simple.
That's okay, but that's sometimes those are the
kind
best.
of cooking, but not really.
Ooh, what are you making?
It's like it's silly. I'm gonna go Trader Joe's. They have good quiche.
Oh,
Quiche, fruit salad. And pastry.
Fun.
Very healthy, right?
I haven't thought about dessert. To think about that one. Maybe I'll go to. But you know what the thing is the problem is, my son doesn't eat desserts because he's on a healthy kick. And so then I end up eating it, or my husband, and so that's pointless. I don't want to eat it. I need to stop eating it.
Grilled
background,
stills.
yeah, yum.
So at Trader Joe's, they have this pastry. It's called kringel, and that's a Danish pastry. And our mom was Danish, so it's like old homely.
How fun! Do they always have it?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a Costco where sometimes you go and get something, it's there, and sometimes it's not there.
Yeah.
They always
sometimes they have almond flavor, and sometimes it's raspberry.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Watch, they won't have it.
I know. I'm sorry.
And
then you get. I know. Then you can like, that's
I'll
Salima.
figure something out if they don't have
That's
it.
Salima jinxed it. No, that'll be fun. Though. I gotta figure out dessert. I need to do something for dessert. Really, you cannot just have food and not dessert.
That's fun.
Right?
Dessert. Your dad likes ice cream.
He does. Yeah, maybe just ice cream, right? Just
yeah.
keep it simple. My older son won't be here. He's got finals.
Studying.
Yeah, he's got finals next week, but he does come home next week.
Oh, that's good.
He'll come home for a few days, and then he goes off again with his friends for a few days.
Oh, okay.
And then, but at least he's done for the year in a couple of days, so that'll be good. And my youngest son, he's home, but he's busy studying for APs.
Kids, that's right.
Yeah.
School is relentless. Well, your kids are very conscientious, too.
They are. I'm lucky, knock on wood. Knock on wood.
They do it on their own.
Knock on wood. Yeah. I always make fun of my younger one. So my older one, he'll just call me randomly. Like, he'll finish his first final, and he'll call me. or he'll FaceTime me, and he'll finish the second final, and he'll call me. Rayan, on the other hand, he finished one AP test. I didn't hear about it until I had to ask, and I had to remember to ask because sometimes I forget. I've got a life too. I've got stuff to do. And then, like today, he had another AP exam. I haven't heard from him, and I'll go home and he won't tell me until I ask him. Isn't that weird? They're so opposite. They're so opposite. And my older one, he'll always just come up to me and just tell me. And it's nothing I can do or not do about anything that he asks me. He just tells me. That's nice. Okay, Mom, I've kept you informed. Now you know what's going on. That's nice. And then he moves on. Yeah, it's really cool. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. So.
I'm surprised Rayden's not like that because he's quite a little chatterbox.
He's total chatterbox, but he's just... If you ask him, then he'll go on and on and on. You know that. He'll go on, but unless you ask him. Funny. And sometimes I forget, and that's so bad, right? Like I come home and I've got my own world, like dinner or whatever I need to do. Anyway, it is what it is.
You leave this job and go to your second job.
Go to my second job. Yep. All right. Well, I guess that's about it then. Yeah.
Friends,
that's all we have. Anything
have
else?
A nice weekend.
I'll show you our sample one more time for those of you who joined late. It's turned out super cute. I love it.
Cute.
I love it. I was gonna do it on a sweatshirt, but I didn't have a sweatshirt in here. I thought I started looking.
You can make a patch out of that.
Yeah, I can make a patch out of that, or not, or not. Oops.
Yeah. My sister and I are a little up. My sister is a much nicer person than I am. I'm just putting that out there.
You always say that, but I think you're very nice.
My sister and brother are so nice.
Oh, but I think you're nice.
Oh, thank you.
Lynn, you're funny.
Oh.
Oops. Sorry. Hang on. You guys still there?
You're still... I think that they don't go dark, we go dark.
No, they do go dark.
Oh, they did go dark.
Yeah, sorry guys, that was me.
It was the mouse.
If I touch this mouse, you guys go dark.
It's like hypersensitive, that mouse.
Yeah. But if I say anything to Rand, he'll say, well, you wanted this mouse, because I don't like the Mac mouse.
Oh, okay.
I can't get used to the Mac. This is more like a PC.
Uh-huh.
And then he'll say, well, you wanted this mouse, so I have to...
habits are hard to break.
Yes, for sure. I can't get used to that, so... It's like, you know how on the PCs, it's Control-V, like copy and paste, Control-C, Control-V. On the Mac, it's, I think, Command? Is it Command? Or Option? I'm looking at the keyboard. Command or Option. I'm like, I can't remember. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay.
We came from the business world. We had PCs, not Macs.
Yeah. Well, I've always used PCs because all the sewing software is on PC.
That's true.
Right? So I never even thought about a Mac, although they're easier and they don't have viruses.
Yeah.
But my kids are all on Macs. But anyway. Okay, my friends. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you guys next week. So next week's schedule on Tuesday. For those of you who are in our Kimberbell Club, we are going to meet at 4 p.m. to do the maize block. And then on Wednesday, we will have our fabric sale. And then next Friday is Scanicot.
Correct.
Yep. Okay. That's the plan for next week, guys. All right. See you guys later, and we'll talk soon. Oh, and also, just real quick, for those of you who are in my classes, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are meeting Monthly Club 5.0. Check your library. I did post the supply sheet, and I'm working on the handout. It's I'll get it done by tomorrow. It's super easy, you guys. For those of you who are in, it's a technique-based project. So we're going to do pattern connectivity. And so you just need a piece of 20 by 20 piece of fabric for one of the projects. And you can turn that into a pillow. You can turn it into a table topper or not. Just use it as just a sampler. And then the other one we're going to do is we're going to do a border with pattern connectivity. And I turn my border into a pillowcase. So I'll show you how to do that. So super easy as far as fabrics for the next week, but that's what that is for Tuesday and Wednesday. And then for those of you who are in Monthly Club 5.0 on Friday, I will post the supply sheet, and we're making this this notebook cover. So I'll post that supply sheet as well. What else? And so, then there's also, for those of you who are in Karen Parker's software class, the palette or PE design, that's on Thursday. That'll be on Thursday, and I will post also this weekend. She's given some designs that you guys can have access to, as well as the Zoom link. She hasn't given me the Zoom link yet, but at least I'll post the designs, and then when I get the Zoom link, I'll post that up as well. And then there's more. For those of you who are in the Saturday software sampler class, that's in the store. We will be in the store at 10:30. Pam, I have not. I will do that tomorrow. Truth be told, I haven't made the block yet. It should be fine. I'll work on that tomorrow here in the store. And as I complete the block, I'll fill out my spreadsheet and it'll be up there tomorrow. Sorry about that. It's been a crazy whirlwind.
Last few weeks.
Yeah. In fact, the store has been busier too. A lot of walk-ins, so it's a combination. It's a combination. All right, my friends. You guys take care, and we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.